Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Dear students, how are you? I hope you are fine. As we have informed you that in this lecture or in this week we are going to focus on writing rather than reading because as you know we have focused on reading more in the previous lectures and in the previous course. So we are going to start with the chapter with the page 44. Okay, so what we need here in this page, this is the completion of the exercise that we have told you about that you had to complete in the previous lecture, and here we have to write three sentences about Keith Haring and using his art. We have to use one of the words in page 40. As you know, on page 42 we have the chart. We have words like performance, we have words like performance, we have perform, we have many other words. We can use one of these words to write sentence or three sentences here. Now we are going to go to the next page, which is the page on page 45. Okay, here read the information about Kate Herring, then answer the questions. Was Haring different from the other artists? Yes, he was. How was he different? Haring liked art, blah blah blah. Then we go to the last sentence. We say he used his art in unusual ways to communicate with the world. We have studied this before and pay attention to this exercise here too. Underline was, were, had in the interview. How many examples can you find? How many examples can you find? We have to go one by one and we have to underline these. We have to put a line here under was. Yes, he was. How was he different? Make public. He believed his art. He was in his public. He became famous. He was like he had. Also, we say that where here, and we have also his art in many ways, and maybe I missed some sentences or some words. So, okay, we have to now, we have to see when do we use am, are, and have? When do we use was, were, and had? Okay, am, is, or have, as you know that we use them in the present. In the present. What is the present? The zaman al-mudara, present. When do we use was, were, and had? This is in the past. Okay, so we have two tenses here, zamani, present and the past. In the past we use were and was, had, and in the present we use am, is, are, and have. Okay, this is page 45. Let's go to page 46. This is an important page because it focuses on grammar. Okay, so we have the simple past of be and we have the simple past of have. Simple past means المضارع البسيط. Sorry, الماضي البسيط. This is something that happened in the past. The simple past forms of be, are, was, and were. Keith Haring was an artist. Social issues were important to him. So we use was for the singular. Keith Haring, he's one. Social issues القضايا الاجتماعية قضايا جمع. So we use were. Okay, how do we make the sentence negative? Okay, how do we make it negative? Now we make it negative in this way. We add only not after where or was. For example, his art was not in the museum 1980s and his parents were not famous. So we have was not and were not. In speaking informal writing, we use wasn't or weren't. So we use in speaking, and in informal writing, we use weren't and wasn't. So his art wasn't in a museum in the early 1980s, and his parents weren't famous. So dear students, when we ask you to write a paragraph, okay, or you write sentence or you write anything, don't use weren't or wasn't, because this is informal, dear students. هذا informal, غير رسمي. And in writing we use the formal way. We use wasn't, weren't, okay. So number three, for yes no questions use was, were plus subject. This is the rule. هاي القاعدة. نقدم الفاعل على الفعل. اوكي. نفس الجملة. نقول Keith Haring was an artist. Was Keith Haring as an artist? We have the question here. Was Haring different from other artists? The answer will be yes he was or no he wasn't. Okay? So with were his drawings popular? Yes they were. Was Haring famous in 1970s? No, he wasn't. This is the answer. If the answer was rejection, not, and here it is affirmation, yes. Okay, WH questions. أسئلة اللي هي تبدأ WH اللي هو who, what, how إلى آخره. So we use WH word كلمة WH was or were plus the subject. نقدم الفعل على الفاعل نفسه اللي اسمه question ما عدا أنه هنا عندنا WH word. Who was Keith Haring? What was his art about? How were his pictures different? Now we go to the simple past of have. Okay, the simple past of have. We have discussed be. Now we are going to go to have. The simple past of have is had. الماضي مال have هو had. Herring had a lot of energy. A lot of energy. كان يمتلك. يعني امتلك بالماضي. Lot of energy. For negative sentences we use did plus not plus have. شلون فيها؟ نضع did not والهاف نرجعها إلى أصل الهذا نرجعها إلى أصلها صار have. So Haring did not have a brother. Okay, نفس الجملة لكن نخلي did not have. In speaking in formal writing we use didn't have. مثل ما تعرفون هذه يسموه contraction اللي هو المختصر مالتها. did not صار didn't have brother. For yes no question بالأسئلة yes no question نقدم did ونرجع الهاف إلى الأصل مالتها. مثلا Haring had fun. So did Haring have fun with his artist? Yes he did. Oh no he didn't. Yes WH question. WH word did subject plus have. Where did Haring have fun? When did Haring have the most success? Okay, this is as far as for page 46 is concerned. Now we go to page 47. We have exercise number 3, and we have complete each sentence with was, wasn't, were, weren't, had, didn't have. So now you have to answer all of these things because this is important to you, and you are going to have some questions in the exam from this one. Kate Haring and Andy Warhol were famous in art famous artists in 1980s. Okay, so we used were. Why? Because they are two, Keith Haring and Andy Warhol. Now both Haring and Warhol dash from Pennsylvania, but they dash from different cities. Okay, so both Haring and what and Warhol. Here we have to use what we will say were. Why? They were from Pennsylvania. اثنيناتهم كانوا معناتها were. ليش؟ لأنهم هم اثنينهم. But they dash from different cities. But they were not. Here we have. But they were. But they were here. But there were. They weren't. But they were from different cities. Okay, so both of them were from Pennsylvania, but they were from different cities. Okay, كانوا من نفس. Haring and Warhol not. إذا عدنا نفي هو يخلينا not. نعم بين قوسين. Not dash the same age. So they were they weren't from different they weren't in the same age. لم يكونوا نفس العمر. Warhol was 31 years older than was 31 years older than Haring. Warhol and Haring had a lot of friends. هو كان أكبر من عنده يمتلك كثير من الأصدقاء. Warhol was here a student باعتبار مفرد هذا نخليه was. Warhol was where إلى آخره. Then this is the completion of our lesson for today, and see you tomorrow, and please answer the questions and do your homework. Okay, see you tomorrow, and thank you so much.